Greetings everybody, it is I, Zayden, and welcome to this command block tutorial video on how to make these sparkly little things appear on the floor and give you a little item. Let's go and hop into the room over here and demonstrate its abilities and effects. If we just step on the command block right here, go within the block radius of any amount within the radius distance of this one block, it will give us an item, this being a diamond. And if we head off into this back room over here, we will see how these command blocks work. Keep in mind that you can go into the description of this video and copy the commands of all the blocks yourself, and then be able to paste them into command blocks as well. Alright, so the most important thing that you need to make sure is that the placement of the command blocks and the location of where you're going to have the sparkly effect happen. So in order to determine the location of this command block right here and this command block right here, do this. Look at the location of a block. Let's say, for example, you want to do it somewhere in the world. Take a block, place it on the ground, and do dash fill. Then press spacebar, and then you should see these numbers automatically pop up. Hit the tab key, and hit the tab key again, and then again. Hit spacebar, and then do it again. You now have the coordinates right here. All you have to do is hit enter. You will get this little error of an unknown incompatible command. That is okay. Hit the little slash thing or hit the T key and then press up on the arrow that goes up. It should let you scroll up into all your text that you have up here. You will then see this text here and memorize these numbers. This coordinate here, we are not going to use for this. It's going to be for the block here. So for me, it will be dash fill, and then tab, 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 and then tab, 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 enter, and then I have to memorize this number right here. The same thing will apply for this block, where we have to type in dash, and then fill, tab, 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 space, tab, 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 and then we have those coordinates there. Hit enter so they save, then do the backslash or T, and then press up, and then you will see the coordinates of the other block. So once you have the coordinates of the two locations where you want to place your command blocks at, you then want to get the location of where you want the sparkly thing to be. So let's say, for example, we want it to be right here. And you know what? I'll actually make a brand new series of command blocks to do it for the spot right here that I'm standing on. First, I'm going to go into this room over here, grab this little thing, hop back over here, and do this. Here is our little target right here. I'm going to do dash, fill, boop, boop, boop. That's what the coordinates we're going to use for the item. Almost forgot to do the second part here and hit enter. And what we are going to do is that I am going to utilize these blocks again, here and here, but I'm going to change the item to be from this room and move it to this position. So here is the first command block. This command block is emitting a particle effect at all times. This command should be dash execute run particle Minecraft. Ideally use the NROD effect or anything else similar, or whatever you want to do specifically, and then type down your coordinates, which currently the ones that we have set in here is -87, 35, 245, and then set these parameters of 125, 125, 125 with a point in front of each one of them, a 0, a 1, and normal. One last thing that we need to do, this is very important for this block right here, is that we also have to hit the need redstone button to be always active. And then we have to make sure that this parameter right here, these conditions for being conditional and unconditional, is set to unconditional. And make sure that this is a repeat block. Go and hit done. And if we look out over here, we should see the particle effect. But you may notice it does nothing. So we now have the glowing particle effect of the block emitting. We just need to now add the command so that if anybody steps on this block, it will do some sort of execution. So how do we do that? Well, we take the exact same coordinates as the location of the item here, and we apply that into this. The following command for this command block should be dash execute if entity at player run give at player, the little bracket here, x equals the set custom coordinates of whatever it is. For you, it's whatever. For me, it's -87. Same thing with y equals whatever the coordinate is, z equals whatever the coordinate is, and then this next part, make sure you put a little comma thing down here like we do between each of the numbers. This is a little like comma marker thing. Make sure you apply that because that breaks them up into different parts. Once you get the coordinates written down, you will then need to do the radius. So this is the distance from that XYZ position that we have over here. Distance from X equals 0. Distance from Y equals 0. And distance from Z equals 0. X being left and right, Y being up and forward and back, and Z being up and down. What that means there is that anything that is within that block's location will trigger this effect. And the reason why it triggers is because it does an execute if an entity, which is a player, enters that set location of the distance, and it will then run the command for us here to use. Then you can give them any item. If you have a mod, you can type in the code or command for that item for the mod, or if you have something vanilla, you can do a diamond or anything else that you might want to do. So now we have that block there and that block there, targeting with that block there. And make sure, just like this, there's repeat, unconditional, and always active. You do the same thing here. Repeat, unconditional, always active. Make sure that it's the same for both of these two. What is next is these two things right here. The first block is a chain block, which is above the at distance radius block that gives the diamond down here. These two blocks do not destroy themselves. They stay here, unless if you want to change the commands to somehow get this entire area. If you have all the blocks grouped together and you want it to be destroyed and fill the area with stone or whatever you want. If you want to make it self-destroy itself. So if somebody finds an item, they pick it up and then these self-destroy themselves, maybe protecting a bedrock cage, and there's an item right above it. They pick up the item and then they find the bedrock around here. And if they mess with the item, it just destroys the bedrock container and makes it out of stone. You could do that potentially, or whatever that little modifications, if you know how to do a bit of coding yourself, you can do. But in any case, let me get to the rest of these two pieces here. So these two blocks here, the first one is a dash fill command. Make sure it's chain, conditional, and always active, as well as the one above being chain, conditional, and always active. Technically, you only really need one of these chain blocks if you want to do a fill in a certain area. For example, I could just do a strip that goes between these two blocks here, but instead I decided to do two chain command blocks where one does one of these command blocks and fills it in, and the other one does the same over here. So here are the commands for that. Make sure the XYZ is your custom location. I'll just put little blinks or little wiggles here for the copy of the command. And then it should be the same here as well. And I'm probably going to replace the diamond block to be with stone so it doesn't spawn in diamond blocks where it's at. You can change that if you want to, of course. And now with these commands all combined together, I can reposition to be here. But now that this is active and this is active over here, we now have re-enabled that block. So I'm just going to go ahead and break this wall open over here and step on the item, and we will see that these two blocks were replaced with diamond because of those two blocks up there. This one probably doing this one, and that one probably doing that one, or vice versa. But you'll be able to see. Hold on, and there we go. And then we got our diamond, the repeating block, so it doesn't give us a bajillion diamonds without stopping while we're standing on this block. Got deleted because of these two things right here, and now the effect is over. And I guess at this point, I don't have to do everything on this block right here because I pretty much showed everything already. So yeah, I believe that's it. Thanks for watching.